Hello everyone, I'm Chris McIntosh, and I help teach the statistics courses. This week we're going to go over the week 4 computer assignment. So the objectives this week are to install Jamovi on your computer, learn how to open a data file in Jamovi, learn how to save a Jamovi OMV file, and learn how to save a PDF of your Jamovi output. So before going any further, you want to download and install Jamovi. Links to that are in this slide, and you can see examples in the videos for this week's computer assignment. And we're going to open up an Excel data set in Jamovi. So I'm going to open up Jamovi. Takes a second sometimes. Mine's still opening. Okay, so we're going to open up the week 2 data set. So if you go over here to the left-hand side, you see these 3 lines. I've seen that called the hamburger menu. We're going to go to Open, Browse, and I think I just had to use the week 2 data set. Week 2 data set XLSX. So as you can see, Jamovi can open Excel files, and once we've cleaned that up, then it sees all the data just fine. Let's go ahead and save this file. One of the advantages of Jamovi is it has our data and our output in the same place. So let's go ahead and save this as a Jamovi file so that we can keep it later when we do some work. So I'm going to go to File, Save As, and double check where you're saving it. Sometimes I've seen a couple differences in where I opened something and where it was saving, so I just like to double check that. And I'm going to save this on week 4. Let's call this going to call it week 4 data complete. Okay. All right, so we've got Jamovi open, we've saved it. Let's see what we had next. Okay, check and fix the level of measurement for each variable. So we're here in Jamovi, and we can see this. If you double click on the column heading, it will expand out to show you this information about the variables. So person ID, we talked about this before, is not just numerical. This is going to be nominal. So the measurement type, you'll see Jamovi took a guess that it was continuous, and we're going to switch this to nominal. Jamovi happens to have a separate ID variable. I'll go ahead and select that. If your statistical software didn't have a separate ID variable, then you would just call it nominal. And those are integers, so that looks okay. We can click on the little right arrow here to see the next variable. Admit date, I'm just going to leave that set as text. Jamovi does not do a lot with dates yet, so I just call it nominal level of measurement. GFR, it identified that as continuous and has decimals, so that's correct. Gender is nominal with zeros and ones. We can go ahead and put these in here. I believe that the zeros were female and the ones were male. You can see it still has zeros and ones, but it replaced our zeros and ones with the labels. So go ahead and enter those labels in. This is nominal. And that just makes looking at the output a lot, interpreting the output a lot easier to put the labels in that belong there. Height in inches, continuous with the decimal place, that is correct. Weight in pounds, continuous with the decimal place, that's correct. CKD status, we know that this is ordinal. Jamovi took its best guess at nominal, and we're going to go ahead and just switch that to ordinal. And luckily, these categories work just fine. Just be aware that Jamovi will assume that it goes in alphabetical order. So sometimes you might have to reorder things if the order's not alphabetical. And that was it. Okay, so we have fixed our levels of measurement. Just be aware, I made a note in here to notice that the little symbols in each of these columns has changed. So there's our ID variable, there's our nominal, and then the little rulers for continuous. There's our little 3 circles for nominal for gender, and our little stacking bars for ordinal. So Jamovi puts a little icon with each variable name that just makes that easy to see. So let's go ahead and get descriptive statistics for our categorical variables. So we're going to go up here to analysis and exploration and descriptives. And our categorical variables are gender and CKD status. And we want frequencies and percent, so we can get these frequency tables, this little checkbox here. And we're going to talk more about these again later, so you don't need to totally memorize this, but we will get rid of, these are categorical, so we don't need mean and median, and we don't need standard deviation, minimum and maximum. And you saw that I just clicked on the little expand and collapse button here next to statistics. I always leave the N and the missing because it's nice to see how many you have of each thing and whether there are any missing data. So there are some descriptives for our categorical variables. Just for fun, we can go ahead and get the plots. Click on the little thing to expand out plots, and we know that this is categorical, so we're going to get a bar plot for each one of those. And it takes a second to generate, and we can see that a few more females than males, and there's our CKD status category. So when you have a lot of data, plots really are a very quick and easy way to see the trends and patterns, easier than looking through all the numbers and kind of working it out in your head. Okay, so we've got our output here. I don't think I didn't put a thing in this thing. You can put your name in these results. So if you hover over a heading, so we're going to put this right in front of results. See my cursor when I clicked inside of there right in front of results, it's blinking. So I'm going to put my name in there. We're going to end up doing that for all of our homework assignments. And then we can save this Jamovi file, and we're going to save a PDF of this output. So we're going to go to the hamburger menu and export. And I'm going to go ahead and call this add a PDF on the end of there. And I'm just going to browse and make sure that I'm in the folder that I want to be in. I'm going to put it in that one. And I'm going to save. I've got my name in there, and I'm going to hit save. And this will now create a PDF file of just my output. So these PDF outputs are what you're going to turn in for your computer assignments. And then submit your PDF output for your computer file in Canvas. All right, have a good week, you guys. We'll talk to you later.